guys, how you guys doing? So this is gonna be a very brief video, and there's something I'd like us to talk about, really. I think that social media has become a leveler. People just get on it and they talk to people anyhow, however they want, and it's okay, even when it shouldn't be. And I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. It drives me crazy because I don't get it. I don't get how people can come on social media just because they have data, they have a phone, and then they'll sit at the comfort of their keypads and then they talk to elderly people with bold disrespect. And they think it's okay. They think it's okay. People no longer know how to communicate with people. When I talk about this, they think, oh, you're being so difficult. There are certain behaviors that shouldn't be seen of every proper human being, and I call them the negligible little things that come off as embarrassment to our education. And I talk about these things a lot. I write about them too sometimes, and some people feel like I'm being unnecessarily difficult. I've had my brother say, hey, you give people a break. Not everyone has the skills to coordinate their lectures in a publishable conversations. I'm like, bro, this isn't about publishable conversations or skills or lectures or structure or whatever. Alright? Some things are just not proper. Now look at this. Chimaroke Namani made a tweet on Twitter, and someone replied with Ewu. Look at this guy. Ewu is good. He made a tweet, and the younger person replied to that tweet with Ewu goat. And I'm like, bro, take away social media on a norms. Physically, this boy, whoever he is or whatever he is, cannot talk to that man like that in real life. He not rich. They not born aware. Do you understand? Do you grasp what I'm saying? But because he has the luxury of a phone and he can type, play behind his keypad, wherever he's hiding, and he can talk to people anyhow, he can address elders anyhow. People no longer have any sense of respect, any sense of courtesy, any sense of reasoning, common sense. It's like social media has become a leveler. People talk to people anyhow. There are no decorum, etiquette zero. And I'm like, why? It doesn't have to be like that. It really doesn't have to be like that. Now, someone else approached me on WhatsApp. He got the link somewhere on my page, and then he got access to me on WhatsApp. This was like a few days ago, like just 2 nights ago actually. And he sent a message. He was like, hi. And I'm like, okay, hi, how do you do? Normal pleasantries. And it was kind of late, so I had gone off to bed. And I woke up the next morning to a love message from the same person. It was crazy. He wrote, hello, good morning, baby. I want to call you and talk to you. And then I saw he had already given me countless missed calls, 7, 6 or so. 8 a.m. Yes, in the morning. I hadn't even come online then. And then I'm like, it got me wondering, really? There is a way to talk to elderly people. There is a way to address strangers. There is a way to relate with people, especially people that you haven't known. You can't talk to Dangote like that. You go fit try out. How? You can't go to Dangote right now and get young now, baby, how are you? Come on. It doesn't even make any sense. I come to think of it, this has cost some of you guys, some opportunities, maybe jobs that you're not even aware of. Because whether you admit it or not, people are watching you. People are watching your activities on social media. The way that you address people, they can rule you off completely. And it can also gain you favors. If you don't know, it can gain you favors. Good interactions, good conversations can gain you favors. Now, I don't have a problem with you. Maybe you see a beautiful girl on Facebook or any social media platform that you like, and it enter your eye. It's not a problem. You want to approach her, that's cool. That's perfect. Right? That's what we're here for. Ask us out. You get? That's what we're here for. That's why we're women. Then that's okay. That's totally fine. But even so, there is a way to do that without giving yourself off as foolish. You don't come to a lady's inbox that you haven't met You have no form of connection or bonding with this person. It's just like literally a total stranger, and the first thing oozing out from your mouth is baby, honey, my love, sweetheart. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. That ain't nice, fam. That ain't nice. That's not how you do things. I mean, conversation is a skill. You don't have to be poetic or like Wole Soyinka and so before you can strike a decent conversation. Come to think of it, I mean, we all went through schools, right? I mean, there are some attributes, there are some characters that you should not just be exhibiting. For the fact that you are an educated person, for the fact that you went to school. You went to school and school passed through you. Some things are just not expected of you. Some of you don't know how to use the word please. Some of you don't know how to use the word excuse me. Some of you can't even say thank you. You know, you think it doesn't matter. You think it doesn't matter. But these are the negligible things that, you know, come over as embarrassment to your education. You're talking to someone on WhatsApp and then you just want to call. And then you just call, you know. You don't think it's proper for you to, hello, may I call you now? Is this a good time to call you? Even Chidinma, some of my closest friends, as close as we are, when they are calling at odd hours, they kind of like seek permission. Hey babes, I'd like to talk to you. Is this a good time? You free now? Let's talk. You know, that's how proper humans behave. That's how proper humans behave. Some of you should know that. You should know that if it is not an emergency, you shouldn't be calling someone beyond 10 p.m. You know, you just barge into people's messengers and then you start video calling. You don't know this person, you haven't spoken to this person or whatsoever, and then the first thing you do because your friend request or whatever is accepted, you just run to Messenger straight up and you're calling video calls. What is the color of your problem? What's your problem? No, I don't grasp. I can get it. Your education is not a function of your certificates. No, it is not. It's not a function of your certificates alone. It rubs off on you, on the way that you think, on the way that you react to issues, on the way that you communicate and relate with people. And communication is not just about what you say, it's how you say them. Do you understand? A simple hello, I'd like to talk to you. Is this a good time to call you? Simple. And if the person you're conversing with has sense, be like, okay, this is not a good time, but I'm gonna get back to you. Or yes, it's a good time. We can talk. You know? But for you to just wake up, you're bombarding someone with 20 missed calls on Messenger, video calls for that matter. Are they holding your destiny? What's your problem? There are ways to approach issues. There are ways to attend to people. There's something called etiquette. There's something called etiquette. There is a way to address a stranger. There is a way to address a guest. There is a way you treat a guest. Some of you are very terrible at receiving guests. There is a way you communicate with people. There's a way you talk to people. Learn to use please. Learn to use excuse me. Thank you. Some of these things, they don't happen now. Guys, we should do well. Please do better. Do better. Intelligence is sexy. Do better. Let your education reflect on the way that you interact with people, especially on social media. Don't let social media cloud your sense of reasoning, your sense of morality and then common sense. Guys, come on, fam. Come on. Some of these things, they ain't right. And you know it. Worst of all, those of you that are very rude. Very rude. You know, you're not ashamed to exhibit your ignorance on Facebook. It's a public place. You talk to your elders anyhow. You know? You talk to your elders anyhow. No respect. Only respect now this app at all. Someone that is old enough to be your father, and just because you can type. I mean, you don't have to agree with what everybody says. It's okay. It's totally fine for you to want to disagree, but there's a way you can communicate these things without being rude. You know, I don't get where some of you came from. It makes it look like some of you only have home training. You don't have home training. Because some of you behave like monkeys, like animals. Even monkeys behave better than some people on this app. It's not making sense. It makes me wonder where some people emanated from, maybe from trees, because you can't come through a home, an African home for that matter, and you will not have some sense of decency. In your home training, you come to Facebook, you talk to people anyhow, you go to any social media platform, and then you are rude to people, very rude. Repent. All of it. Repent. You spent 3 years in nursery school, 6 years in primary school, 6 years secondary school, 4 years university, and still it is not showing. You can't have a decent conversation. It does not reflect in the way that you think, in the way that you handle opposing views, in the way that you interact with people. It's a shame. It's a big shame, guys. Let's do better. Let's do better. And when some things, if we see in our they're not supposed to teach people some things. If you are an adult, there are some things that shouldn't be taught. If we see Maya, you're supposed to know these things. Alright? Learn to use the word please in your conversations. Learn to say thank you. You want to pay compliment? Nice. Do it nicely. You want to get a lady's number or a man's number or a contact, whatever. Do it nicely. There's a way to do that. There's a way to begin a conversation. Greeting first. Pleasantries first. Introduction. Who are you? What do you do? What do you want? How you present, these things will determine the kind of response that you get. Now, some of you will get into a lady's DM and you are talking in the nonsense. Hey, baby. Hey, Angel. Some of you, worst of all, is those that say angle. Hi, angle. Angle what? 360? Come on, bro. And then when these ladies snub you, you come out and cry with, ladies are snub. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. There are ways to do. You don't get personal until it is personal. Do you understand? If it is not personal, you have any form of personal relationship with this person, keep it formal. Keep it formal at first. Alright? And get this person to be comfortable with you. Especially if you haven't met them before. You guys haven't had any form of an established relationship or whatever. Just keep it formal. Keep it formal. Be respectful to your elders. Be respectful to elders even on this app. Even on this app. You see that guy that woke me up that morning with that kind of message? You know that I have grown beyond certain things. That guy for collect though. Baba for collect, because he reached to collect. He just met me last night. We haven't even had any conversation. Just hello. And then the next morning I'm seeing, hello baby, can I? Come on, bro. And then 7 missed calls. Am I holding your destiny? That's not how these things work. It's improper. It's improper. See, what is worth doing is worth doing well. Nobody is saying you shouldn't, ask a lady out that you like. It's cool. But please, some of us are going to school now. What are you talking about? Some of us are going to school. And you get? What is not right is not right. Do things the right way. And you get the right responses. Alright? Please, let's do better. Let's do better, guys. Let's do better. Be respectful. Pay attention to courtesy. Home training. Etiquette. Very important. Alright? Before you say that comment, or before you write that comment, before you make that post, is it worth it? Is it honorable? Please. Alright. We are Africans and we show respect to elders. Okay? And there are different ways of doing this. Approach is very important. There is a way to talk to a stranger. There is a way to address a guest. There is a way to behave in public. There is a way to behave in public. Those of you that fight in public places, give solo conductor just because of small change. You want to fight with the conductor in a public space. Don't you guys have any shame? It's What? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's an adage in my language or in my place. When you're having your bath in a public space and a madman comes and grabs your towel and runs away, you don't go chasing after that madman. Because then there wouldn't be any difference between you and the madman. Do you get? Your towel, you don't chase after him. You don't run after him. Otherwise, you automatically become a madman yourself. Alright, so you don't let people determine your reactions to certain issues. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to get angry. But even in your response, you can maintain decorum. You can maintain courtesy. You can maintain certain level of respect in your response. Young people, please do well. Do well. Let home training in the house rub off on you. Okay? Even when you are relating with people in the social media space. Okay? Please. Let's do better. Thank you. And you have a nice day. Bye.